now with three of the stars of the hit show Bridgerton, ahead of the highly anticipated who plays Penelope, and Luke Newton, also known as Colin, on the show. Thank you three for being here.
She's been so kind. She also made us pollen friendship bracelet. It's the Duke of Viscount, whatever you saw.
I like a Duke.
Yeah.
Okay.
From Galway to Shondaland, Nicola Coughlan and Luke Newton shine in a Bridgerton. Nicola Coughlan and Luke Newton are stealing the spotlight in the third season of Netflix's hit series Bridgerton. While their on-screen chemistry captivates viewers, Coughlan's journey to becoming Penelope Featherington wasn't without its challenges. Before landing her breakout role, the Irish actress juggled a variety of jobs, including retail gigs, waitressing, and even working as an optical assistant in her hometown of Galway. Her perseverance, alongside Newton's charm as Colin Bridgerton, is now fueling the latest chapter of the Shondaland phenomenon, cementing the duo as the talk of the ton. After waiting in the wings, this Bridgerton duo is the talk of the ton. Nicola Coughlan and Luke Newton are heating up the Netflix juggernaut, but their path to Shondaland had plenty of bumps. Luke Newton and Nicola Coughlan are the stars of Bridgerton's third season. David Urbank for The Washington Post. Long before Nicola Coughlan won the role of Penelope Featherington, the Bridgerton debutante with a tea-spilling empire on the side, the Irish actor had already mastered the art of moonlighting. There were plenty of retail gigs, first and foremost, as Coughlan struggled to make ends meet in her late 20s. She also found employment as a waitress, a receptionist, and a frozen yogurt scooper. At one point, when the additions dried up and her bank account followed suit, she moved back to her hometown of Galway and became an optical assistant. Nicola and Her Perfect Breasts promote Part 2. Part 2 of the third season of Bridgerton releases on Netflix on Thursday, June 13th, and Nicola Coughlan and Luke Newton have been out here for weeks on the promotional circuit. I was with them last Monday in Toronto, and since then I feel like they've been in at least 3 other cities, including closer to home in Dublin for Nicola, which is where she answered a not-so-great question with an extremely great response. While at a fan event, someone on stage told Nicola that she's very brave for performing all the intimate scenes on the show. And this was Nicola's response. The perfect response to go along with her perfect breasts. And remember, she was fully on board with showcasing her breasts. My idea, my choice is how she's described it. Nicola wants to be seen, so there's no reason to advance the false narrative that being seen is scary for her, and/or something that requires courage. She is proud of being the romantic main character in a very popular, very horny television series. And she's clearly not going to let anyone assume different. But also, she wasn't mean about it either. No doubt, what the person said was regressive, but Nicola isn't meeting their shame by shaming them. Instead, she chose humor and gentle guidance, so, hopefully, that person has learned something without having to be eviscerated in the process. That doesn't seem to be Nicola's goal, even though perhaps the situation was disappointing to her. It's an act of grace on Nicola's part, but without concession, she held her ground. No one is without flaws, and all of us will make mistakes. We should all be so fortunate when we make them that there's someone like Nicola on the other end. I'm so impressed and I love her even more. Here she is in London today with Luke, and a quick mention of Luke's style, because this cardigan and trouser combination is another example of the Colin Bridgerton glow-up, on screen and off.